Universal Studios Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Terry Lee Torok.
Woo! Yeah! You ready? Woo! Thank you. I don't get this at home. Welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. This is the playing field of the future. The unprecedented 1990 Nintendo World Championships. Well, many of you have traveled a long way to be here today, and we'd like to thank you for making this not only an outstanding event, but a very exciting year for all of us. For us, it was a year that began back March 7th, 1990. The date. That was the day when 11 semi-truck trailers unleashed the Nintendo Power Fest upon Dallas, Texas. An incredible moment at that. Traveling coast to coast across the country, from Seattle to Miami, New York to Los Angeles. Searching for the best in the business, the top guns of Nintendo. The players you are about to meet today, ladies and gentlemen, are truly the best in the business. They have outsmarted, outscored, and outmaneuvered hundreds of thousands of the top competitors in their field. Well, today I've had the honor to hand all 90 winners their trophy. And today, you're going to see all 90 city champions battling the best. With the magic of the mind in 6 minutes, 21 seconds of intense action. And when that smoke clears, 3 world champions will stand tall as the best in the world. And that is just moments away. You know, we've met a lot of strange characters along the road. Not only the crew, but some great families here. But we've also met Goombas, Koopas, Troopas, and World 1-something or other, I guess. But here in the real world, we've met you. We've met the family and the friends that have made the 1990 Nintendo World Championships an amazing success, and we'd like to thank you. You know, it's been a long road, ladies and gentlemen, and along that road has been a very good friend of mine. You know him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-host, Mr. Steve Warner. Woo!
Thank you, everybody. Good to see you again. Welcome once again to the 1990 Nintendo World Championships. Here's what you're about to witness. Today, 90 players will compete, 30 at a time, in 3 age groups. They're going to match their skills against a specially designed triathlon of Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And the games are as follows. Let's take a look here. All right. There we go. Super Mario 1. Gather 50 coins as quickly as you can. Next, we have Rad Racer. 1 trip around a Grand Prix style simulated racetrack, and then finally on to the big guy, the Soviet designed Tetris, the ultimate challenge. Now 90 players have already met that challenge and have excelled as true masters of the game. Today we unite them on one common playing field. Now so far the players have won these free trips to Universal Studios Hollywood along with various Nintendo prizes, $250 in cold cash, and the city championship titles that each of them hold. Today, 6 finalists will win $1,000 savings bond, and then the 3 world champions are going to take home a Panasonic big screen TV, $10,000 savings bond, and a brand new 1991 Geo LSI convertible.
And you cannot beat that. Woo! You know what? This show is about 90 stars, and I think it's just about time, don't you?
I think so, Terry Lee.
I think we ought to introduce these 90 stars right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the best in the business. As we start them on, are you ready to go, Stevie?
May I?
You may.
From the city of Dallas, Texas, we have Ray, Peter, and
Introduce these 90 stars right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the best.
You rolling, Wybie? Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is as far as I've ever gotten. You know, I'm a theoretical scientist, but every now and again I get an urge to do some experimental work, you know. Think of this as a laboratory. Here we go. it is definitely a success. Wow, I guess I spoke too soon. Well, back to the drawing board. Should have stayed being a...
You and drop it. You can go out.
All right. Mario the Invincible. Oh, he's small again.
Okay, good. Sweet. Okay, thank you.
Let me get this adjusted here. Takes a little while to get this adjusted. Adjustment here.
idea. No, okay.
From different
Now, all
aspects,
right.
different parts of the country, hearing what they have to say
Yeah.
about Nintendo products.
That amazing.
Everything.
Okay.
We're there to, image-wise, it's consumer relations.
I'm okay.
It's powerful stuff. Nintendo is 80% of the market.
Now, okay.
Well, Nintendo, anything you put a Nintendo name on it, it sells.
Testing.
I missed out on that.
Earphone.
Yeah, I was there last year, the big one. They had 62-bit.
Testing, 1, 2, good. Let's see. Why don't we take this one? Let's see.
Brian, you're a game counselor. Tell me about how you got to be one.
Well, I was managing restaurants, and I saw an ad in the paper asking if you want to play video games for a living. And from then, I gave them a call. Nintendo Up, basically, a little-known company. Gave them a call. Set up an interview, came in. They liked my style. They liked my background in computers and my video game skills. And went from there.
Tell me that you had tried other things and those didn't work.
Okay, well, managing restaurants was my probably biggest successful, but I managed quite a few of them, pizza parlors basically. I lasted about a year at each one, just couldn't keep. Either they closed down or new management come in. I also worked as a firefighter, slash burning firefighter. I was in the Air Force for a little while as a cop in the Air Force, security police. But video games, or at least computers, where I basically have been headed for since my dad works with computers for the government. It's always been, I guess you call it, a techno-weenie's nightmare for a family life.
So do you tell me, you do have to be computer literate?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be computer literate. You have to know something about computers, at least how a computer works, what a program is, what a bit, megabyte, even simple stuff as a menu. At Nintendo, we have two types of computer systems. We have the Nintendo gaming system that game counselors play all the time, and what the kids play. But then also we have one called ELMO. It's called Electronic Manual System, operating system, basically. It's a computer system that all game counselors must learn to use, because that's where all their information is. We all don't memorize the information about games, so we have to use it. It's an IBM-style computer to retrieve that information to tell the consumer where they need to go into a game. That's the game counselor's best friend.
Now, what do you like best about your job?
Best about my job is seeing the games first, playing the new games, and seeing what future technology, I guess, for the Nintendo system is on the horizon, what's coming out in the future, and seeing it for the first time. Playing with new devices and get gadgets that our engineering staff dreams up. That's the fun part of it. Just being around future technology, I guess, is the biggest part of what I enjoy about working at Nintendo, and talking to the kids and telling them about this new information or new games or new devices that will be coming for the Nintendo in the future.
Now, do you spend time on the phone lines as well? Have you done that?
Oh yes. When I first started working there, I'd spend 8 to 10 hours on the phones, 5, sometimes 6 days a week. I'm a workaholic. Lately, of course, before I came on this tour, basically I was working about 3, maybe 4 hours. I had other projects to do. Some game counselors work on projects for marketing, for licensing. They might work for the Power Magazine staff or research and development. They might be playing a game for 10 hours a day just to see if there are any bugs in it and help debug games.
So are game counselors wizards? Are you a wizard?
I consider myself a wizard. Howard Phillips might not think that way, but I feel we're wizards. We are, you might say, idols to some of these kids. When here on the tour, a lot of kids ask for our autographs. I don't want to say we're as big as rock stars or some sports stars, but for some of these kids, a Nintendo, they not only have Nintendos, but they have computers. And they're the other side of I guess, some of these kids that like sports or collect baseball cards or sports cards or play baseball or football. They like to dabble in computer work, and the Nintendo is probably the first thing that happened in their life before they were able to get like their own computer.
And what do you think, I mean, how would you characterize these kids? Is what they're doing, spending hours and hours and hours on these games, is this going to help them in the future?
I talk to a lot of kids on the phone, and the ones that are really hardcore into it that I talk to and I become friends to while talking on the phones, not only do they have a Nintendo, but like I said, they also have a computer system. They'll send us cards printed off their printer, and it will be a complete comic book. They'll make one kid sent a complete comic book that he designed using his Macintosh, his own Macintosh, and he does computer programming. He was 12, I believe, now 13 years old, and he's better than I am on a computer, doing programs or running a computer. The kid is in there. He lives in San Jose, California. I can't remember his name, but we talk to a lot of these kids, and Nintendo is their life, but also computers are their lives. And they're always asking us, how do we become game counselors? Or how do you program a game? And we always refer them to their local community college, or their high school, their counselor in high school or junior high. Get information on how a computer operates, or take programming classes. We talk to a lot of kids that are learning to program just because of Nintendo.
So how do you become a game counselor?
Well, of course, you have to live in the Seattle area, and we're constantly hiring and training. It's a tough training program we now go through compared to when I started 3 years ago, but now we have a regimented training program. You have to be consumer-oriented, of course. That's your first thing, is you have to be able to talk to people, be able to convey information in a timely manner to the consumer and make it understandable to them. Then, of course, we can make anybody a game counselor. We can teach anybody all the tips, the tricks, the ins and outs of all the games, but it's being personable and being consumer-oriented, I guess, is our biggest thing.
But what is the test that you have to go through?
The test. The test consists of a couple of trainers making you play a game and you writing about that game. You sit down and you'll write a paragraph about what you liked, what you disliked about the game, what you felt could be improved upon the game. They'll take a look at that, sit down with you, talk to you, find out what other skills you have. It might be computer skills, it might be games you've already learned while playing the Nintendo system. From then on, if you're hired on, which it doesn't take a whole lot to get hired on as a game counselor, there are openings. If you're able to pass a simple test like writing a paragraph, you're into our training program, and it's about 6 weeks. And it's learning the top 10 games that are out there and the questions that we get on. And this is constantly getting tested every day, quizzed every day, what we call roundtables. You sit down and the trainer will fire questions, and you're to answer them, and you're graded on this. We take it very seriously. We don't want someone out there giving out wrong information. We want everybody giving out the right, correct information. And it's 6 weeks. It's hard work. We consider it hard work. A lot of people don't make it through the training program for one reason or another. But the ones that do, they're game counselors, and they're one of the few.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay.
I don't have anything on me.
Okay. We're ready anytime.
Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, I need your guys' help to find the game master. I hear he's about 5'10". He wears a little weird bow tie, and he's got red hair. Okay, so let's all fan out. Robo, why don't you go that way? Mario, you go that way. I'm going to go this way, all right? Good luck.
I don't want you to have your back so completely to the camera.
Cheat a little bit. Okay. All right. My back totally to the camera. Is that good? I'm not blocking Mario, am I? All right. All right. All right. I need your guys' help to find the game master, okay? I hear he's about 5'10". He wears a little weird bow tie, and he's got red hair. Let's fan out. Robo, why don't you go that way? Mario, you go that way, and I'm going to go this way, all right? Good luck. Here we go. 5'10", a weird little bow tie. He's got red hair. So let's fan out. Robo, why don't you go that way? Mario, go that way. I'll go this way, okay? Great. And get Robo walking away.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, kids, get excited. Mario, did you spot him? What do you mean? There's nobody there. Oh, you let him go. I can't believe it. Mario, jeez.
All right, guys, if you look through the clock, they go home, and they all been wondering how they also play games for a living. How many official semifinalists do we have? Stand up here real quick. All the official semifinalists.
Can you stay away for a second? We're filming. What happened? Okay, now, hold on. You got to... Sorry about that. Mario, what happened? Did you spot him? There's nobody over there. Oh, geez, you let him get away. Mario, I don't believe it. Yeah.
All right.
Mario?
Time to test our audience to find out which game is hot and which is not. By your show of applause, we'll find out which game will be released probably on Christmas. How about a round of applause for your show for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yeah, come on. Is Howard Phillips in the house? Come on, Howard. His light doesn't work. You never can find him. Yeah, you can't find him again. That's true. We'll keep Howard search out for you. Right now, as we look for him, we would like to give away a few last minute tips and tactics to the competition because all these people want to know how to get the winning edge. Guys, quickly, let's start with Super Mario. Tell us how to check first. Right, this pro tip.
It takes about 2.5 seconds right around there, which, you know, in the end, how many times have you played the game and then you play one more line or one more seconds?
Good.
Definitely help me out.
Brian, tell us about Tetris. Last game.
See, okay, repeat the question. Tell me your name first of all.
Scoring our bomb. And what's the third weapon you can get on the game Trojan?
What's the third weapon you can get?
Okay, now wait a minute. Now that game came out in 1986, so that's 4 years ago. So that's probably somewhere around 500 games ago.
He's stalling, Corey. Don't buy any of this.
Trojan.
The Game Master, Howard Phillips, let's bill him a little higher. He gets paid lots of money to be here. Corey, we're going to get you a job application there and a bow tie. Or how's that sound?
Wait
all right?
The question is, does Corey know?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Where were you? Where were you 4 years ago? Were you playing Trojan 4 years ago?
We I just borrowed it from a friend and
Did you? Okay, you got me. What's the third weapon?
the laser gun.
The what?
The laser gun.
The laser gun is the third weapon?
In Trojan? In Trojan? That was ball and chain.
I think we argued with that. I don't know. It's pretty close, but wait a minute.
Who can?
Does anybody else know?
See, the third weapon you get, you have choices.
How many people think it's a ball and chain? How many think it's Corey?
What did you say?
I say it's a laser gun.
How many people say it's a laser gun? Quite a few? I'll tell you what, Howard, it's pretty close. That's something we could check out and we could help you out. That's what the gameplay counselors are all about. 885-PLAY would reveal the answer. I'm going to go ahead and give you a fanny pack because that was pretty darn good.
Very good.
What a big hand for Corey there. Yeah. And for Howard Phillips, we're coming up with a pretty good answer. I'm going to give you a prize. This is a hotel shower cap.
Little rabbit up in the top right side. It appears, and we've never figured out what you do with it.
I think they actually spotted. I think that might be the squirrel face. The squirrel face.
You know what? He knows the answer.
What's the function?
That is a
But
chipmunk.
I can tell you.
It's a chipmunk, and it's worth 1,000,000 points and a free guy.
How do you get it?
You need to form a block over him, and then knock the block out with your head, and you'll receive the chipmunk.
On top of his head?
Over his body.
Ouch.
So make
Not
it
in
on
that
him.
square, but the square above.
No, in the square itself. The one he is occupying. 1,000,000 points.
And then you knock the block out?
Then you knock the block out with your head.
Oh,
Jump
not
up.
with your wand.
No, with your head. Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, now here's a lady that doesn't worry about her home life problems, doesn't worry about rush hour traffic, job stress. She just needs to know what the heck is that little rabbit all about. We saved it today. It's another Sunday Nintendo revival. Yeah. I tell you what, I'm going to go to a couple last words. Howard, we've been traveling across the country. We've been in Howard this year, the Nintendo Power Fest night. Howard, I'm going to turn over to you. Any last-minute advice you want to offer all these official semi-finalists here before they head into competition? TV here. So, Howard Phillips! Now, I don't know. They didn't hear that in Tacoma, Washington, folks. So, this is it. This is the final try. I want to rock this kingdom tonight. ABC TV, we want to hear it in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1990 Nintendo Power Fest. Please welcome the Game Master himself, Howard Phillips! Yeah, with that, we're going to let this guy sit back and relax a little bit because they've done an excellent job. I want to thank you so much, Howard. Thank you. And we'll talk about that raise later. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. Before we get into the final round. There you go.
One time, this time, go ahead and turn.
Ready? At the end. At the end.
You're smiling the whole time.
Okay.
All right. Again. One more time. Okay. Okay.
Ready? Ready?
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Good. Can we go?
Roll.
Okay, one more time. Okay.
This area is called a Power Walk. It's full of video games that haven't even hit the stores yet, like Star Tropics, which is a Zelda-like adventure set in the South Seas, or Sim City, which is a computerized version of a real-life city, or my favorite one, The Simpsons, which is modeled after that famous TV family. Problem is I have no time to play any of these new games. Like Mario, I have to move on to the next world in my continuing search for the Game Master. Should have moved away.
I'm not going to, the whole top part of this, okay, I'm going to use shots of the games that you're talking about. Okay, I'm going to pick it up much later after that. So you walk with me later, okay?
This area is called a Power Walk, and it's full of brand new video games that haven't even hit the stores yet, like Star Tropics, which is a Zelda-like adventure set in the South Seas. And there's Sim City, which is a computerized version of a real-life city, or my favorite one, The Simpsons, which is modeled after that famous TV family. Problem is I have no time to play any of these new games, because like Mario, I have to move on to the next world in my continuing search for the Game Master. This area is called a power walk. It's full of video games. Let me try it again.
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
You want me to walk early this time?
Yeah.
Okay. This area is called a power walk. It's full of brand new video games that haven't even hit the stores yet, like Star Tropics, which is a Zelda-like adventure set in the South Seas, or Sim City, which is a computerized version of a real-life city. Or there's my favorite, The Simpsons, which is modeled after that famous TV family. Problem is, I have no time to play any of these brand new games right now, because like Mario, I have to move on to the next world in my continuing search for the Game Master.
Now let's watch the big screen.
Really, I mean, if you
here's 27 now, 27 now, 210, 220, 255 to the maximum kilometers per hour.
I tried it. I was trying to do it, but I was too slow. Yeah, if you only got one or two of those straight long blocks, then you can get it.
There's a chance.
Have you ever seen a beginner play out here? Yeah. I know, but once they get to a certain point, the only way you can do better is by luck.
How about 60? I was not playing 60 skill is luck.
Gentlemen, come on up here. I want to tell you, these are the finest two sports I've ever seen. Not only did they get the support of their parents, they have been supporting each other all night long. They have extended an invitation to you. Would you like to come to Portland, Oregon next weekend? He says, yeah, Mom. Sure, man, think I'd be unable to go to who represents Seattle well in the World Championship in Orlando, Florida. That's where we're going to take Nick, and congratulations to you and your family. We're going to step you down here. We have all kinds of media and surprises for you. Everybody wants to talk to you. Nick, he come a long way. He tried in St. Paul, Minnesota. Couldn't make it to the finals. He was an official semifinalist, and the Gorbachev was there. The motorcade held it up. He was so disappointed he couldn't make it tonight. Also, Leif Thompson. He's our next player, 16-year-old. He attends Bellevue High in Bellevue. He loves role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. He's totally psyched to be here tonight. He should be with this incredible score. Listen to this, 16 years old, 924,000 plus points. This is Leif Thompson. Woo!
All right. The next player is a 10th grader at Franklin High in Rainier Valley. He has many hobbies, including band, drama, and crafting, but he's going to spend boys at 14 years of age. This is Mr. Josh Hill.
Now, many of you have seen Beacon Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 years old and an incredible 991,000 points, this is Calvin Lee!
All right, this young man will be in the 8th grade at Kenmore Junior High School next year. He's getting ready to go to California on vacation, so am I, so that's surprising. We'll get together, you can teach me how to play these games. He plays Nintendo, he's interested in computers, his favorite television show, The Simpsons, with 1,034,275 points at 12 years of age. This is Justin Elstrom.
Woo. Yeah. John, here's a guy, when we asked him where he lives, he says, in the woods near Kent.
Sounds like our address.
No, right where it's at. He goes to Matson Junior High. So busy playing Nintendo, he hasn't had much chance to see the sun, but in Seattle, that might be common on certain days. Most of them. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 15 years old and an incredible 1,107,000 plus points. Say hello to Jeff Finger!
All right, the next young man will make the final cut is an 8th grader at Nisqually Middle School in Lacey. His parents don't have to worry about what he'll be doing with his free time this summer, because when this guy grows up, he's going to be a police officer. How about that? With 1,248,325 points and 13 years of age, this is Mike Strickland.
Well, I'm very excited to introduce this next young man, and like all these young men, true champions. This man has been a real veteran to the Nintendo World Championship semifinals. He has been to our shows in 4 cities, including Chicago, where he made it to the top 7. Tonight, after a long weekend of serious practice, he hopes to finally take home the trophy of champions. If not, he'll be at our show in Portland next Sunday to try it once again. Will it happen tonight for 12 years old of 1,313,000 plus points? Our top seed tonight in the big chair, Kenny Welsh. Each and every one of these competitors have been here before throughout the weekend on the big stage. And now they're concentrating on each and every one of their screens. Ignore that big audience out there. You're back home in the comforts of your living room and your bedroom. This guy gets to sit in the big chair, the hot seat, on the throne. And as you know, you should never really bother a man when he's on the throne. So we won't put too much pressure on him tonight. But we have less than 20 seconds to play. Gentlemen, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's begun. Here we go. It's called Super Mario, and we're off to a real race. Show your support for the player. How about it? In the number 7 position, our man Leaf. In the 6th position, it's Josh. In the 5, Kelvin. Down in the 4, Justin. In the 3, Jeff. In the 2, a man we call Mike because that's his name. Top side, Kenny. Top seed, big chair, hot seat. Will he make it tonight after 4 cities in a row? It could be anybody's game. The pressure of competition turns those scores. Mike down here with 21 coins. Checking in with Jeff. He's got 21 coins. Now Justin at 22. 22 goes Calvin. Josh now. He's at 20 now. 21 inside the castle. They'll build up bonus points. That on a big screen. Now let's go to a real race down below between 4 and 5. 4 and 5 on a big screen puts Justin up there on the left, Kelvin up there on the right, and it's a tight fight coming in at 42-37. Now 43, now 44 and more for Kelvin going down that road to 46, now 47 headed for that 50. Will he grab the firepower? He opts not because he's got himself 50 coins collected. 50 coins collected as well for a man Justin up above. And now on the big screen, we'll go to the race between 6 and 3. Let's put 3 and 6 in that order, please, on the big screen. 3 and 6. Let's put Jeff up here on the left, and that puts Josh up there on the right. You're watching Jeff and Josh, and they are headed down that road to Orlando, Florida. The road we know as Rad Racer.
Right, once again, what is it? It's a simulated Grand Prix style race course. What do I mean by that? They're out on the open road out here with cars that'll go up to 255 kilometers per hour. Right there at 4,600 points on the other side. That is our man Leaf. Leaf has got 4,400, 4,500. We got 3 minutes, 7 seconds left on this clock. 5,100 points over here. We got 4,800 prize, a brand new car for their family, a television appearance. All this and more coming their way possibly this December as they drive right now their own fortune on their fingertips. That's our 2 leaders. A little bit of bad luck down there for Mike. Jeff right here at 5,000 of Tetris. Over the weekend, I've seen him get over 1 million points some 13 times.
He could do some serious damage, John, but the pressure of competition just about like that tonight. Take a look at Super Mario.
A little wrung out.
He has had a tough weekend. I'll bet. Let's check in with our players down below on the go. Here we go. Here's Leaf. He's got a beautiful screen developed to do. He's stacking them up on the right, building a junk pile, if you will. Will he drop down that Tetris? right down there, little kids. Okay, second tune, here it comes. There comes You mean you, the lady pointing to herself? All right. We got ourselves 6 players. We need one more family pair to play. Oh yeah, you know it. The board score. I think we mentioned it earlier in the show. Over there. Yeah, they're out there. Let's see if we can show you. Your chance to go to those incredible times with 100 points, now 200 points. Could it be the nasty neighbors, the Holbrooks, now walking away? They got a good looking board. Now it's time to check and see that top 10 list indeed. We're going to check and we'll pull them away. And number 10, what is it? Shout it out! Shadowgate. And number 10, the top's pulling off. This week at number 9, it's Tecmo Ball. This week at number 8, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This week at number 7, Zelda. This week at number 6, Tetris. Coming in brand new at number 5, Adventures of Link. Oh, this week at number 4. This week at number 3. Hit this week across the country, playing the pros and players.
To get back here, get yourself further out, because just 3 rounds from now, I'll have that on the line. We'll make the rack. Those are 4,800 points. 5,300 points right there. 5,200 points. 5,300 points here. 5,400 points. 3,500 points right there. Okay, let's pick up with our building. Solid block across the screen. But you don't get a lot of points for 1 line or for 2 lines or for 3. You get the 8 points for 4 block lines across the screen at a single time. Man's down for being on 2 strokes. A little faster. Sorry to see.
He's so much.
So you can see that this is where you can get the big points now. What they're looking for is 200,000 points. They will then get themselves a welcome backpack. Giving this welcome backpack is an invitation for them to come back and play with us tonight. And by that I mean the finalists. They'll go down here and they'll be one of our finalists. The final one main stage here, starting at 6 o'clock tonight.
They multiply it times 25.
We got
25,000.
That's not enough. What stinks at tight A, you have to pull down to get points.
Up to my mark in this area right over here. We walk up another Tetris. 2 Tetrises will get you very close to being the 200-pound forward point that you need, but 3 Tetrises will put you over the top. If you can get 3 Tetrises during the course of the try out time, you're absolutely assured that you will get your welcome back at this 145, and that's done.
Come on, keep going. You're not quite past the tape yet. Good job. Okay, my name's Jim. My job here is to help everyone and get them first one on the competition. What we're going to be doing is playing a special design game that has 3 games on it. It has Super Mario Brothers, it has Rad Racer, and it has Tetris. How many of y'all played Super Mario Brothers? All right, excellent. You guys are on your way to winning already. In this particular game, what we want to do is collect 50 coins. Once we collect those 50 coins, it'll automatically take us into Phase 2. In Phase 2, what will we do in this place? Rad Racer. Rad Racer. Excellent. In Tetris, what we want to do is score as many points as possible. What you want to do is rotate the shapes to the left and the right using the A and the B buttons. That's the only one about in Tetris. You cannot rotate the shapes and bring it down at the same time. So rotate the shapes in position.
But some people have been inside.
Other, except for going across the rug.
Oh, okay, I know what you're
Super
talking
Mario
about.
2,
Yeah.
kind of a magic carpet ride there.
Exactly, there is a magic carpet. There's a little critter that you have to jump on top of, and you ride this magic carpet along. That's the only way you can get across there. There's no other way. You can't fly in that game, but you can in Super Mario 3.
Does that help you out, Elise?
Yeah.
You saved, yes, a Nintendo Revival. Answered another question here. Let's see if this guy, young Mr. Todd. Yes, sir.
Another question about Blaster Master. Well, when you start the game, you gotta, there's displays and, after you pass the,
Stick around after the show. He'll be giving a book report in his own special show. That's okay. We're in the game Blaster Master. We got the displays part down, and then what?
well, do you know how to start it, like on the displays, how you can push start and it'll just end the game?
Oh, you're talking about the demonstration modes.
Thanks for the translation there.
Actually, yes, in Blaster Master, if you do go into the demonstration mode and start it like after it's gone through like 3 times or whatever, after your ship's destroyed, it just goes to game over. I know what you're talking about. No benefit in that, really,
It
but
does it when you push start too.
yeah. Great, thanks.
Okay, turn can turn them back to the player. So a lot of good answers come from these guys right here, and we do mean some smart players down below. Stand up there, sir. What's your name?
Ramsey.
Ramsey. Yeah, where do you live, Rams?
In Edmonds.
I'm in Edmonds. It's kind of just outside of Edmonton. What's your question, Rams?
In Super Mario Brothers 1, how you can get into the minus worlds, is there any way to get into -2 or -3?
There's no -2 or -3 that we know of. We've never seen anybody actually do that. We hear a lot of people tell us about. Well, we ask them to take pictures and send it in, but we haven't found anything like that at all.
Have you been in the minus world?
I've been in -1, not -2.
That's what we know.
For those of you who don't know what the minus world is all about, and of course we have ABC and they are a news crew, so we probably ought to inform them.
How do you, in Wrath of the White Manta, how do you hit El Toro with missiles?
How do you hit Al Toro with the missiles, and does it work on my big sister?
Well, to answer the first part of the question, really to hit him with the missiles, you just have to stand in front of him and use the missiles. You have to use 4 different types of magic to beat the very last guy. Now you have to use your Art of Missile, your Art of Spider, your Art of Fire, and do you remember the last one?
Sure. I know it's 2 defensive ones and 2 offensive ones you're going to be using.
There's more.
Wait a minute, we have an
one
answer
way to
right
do
down
that.
here. What is it?
I think it's fire rings.
Fire rings, there you go. Yeah, I know it's another one. Now, if you alternate between an offensive and a defensive piece of your magic, you should be able to destroy him. It just takes persistence, and you have to keep going around using your Art of Spider, going underneath the ground, and coming up on the other sides of him.
Are fire wings
Good
like
question.
P-wings?
No, not really.
No, they're not? No? Is that a stupid question?
No similarity.
It's okay.
No similarity.
I was at happy hour trying to get P-wings the other night, and all they had were fire wings. Stand up here, young.
And you want to go to your right and work your way up. That's going to take her on her path. It's going to end up being about 2 to 3 levels above the dragon pitcher. You're going to have to jump on the other side of this big long column, and there's this chest sitting right in the column. That's where you get your 2nd crown.
Okay.
Does that help you out?
Okay.
Or are you
All right.
telling them maybe they're right? Okay.
Afterwards, we give you even further explanation on it, too.
All right, excellent questions. Okay, let's have this young man right here stand right up there, sir. Yeah, well, I'll help you out there. Take your time, huh? What's your name, sir?
Ryan.
Ryan, that's
All
correct.
right.
I was just checking. Question.
On California games, when you put in a record and you turn it off, it's not there. It erases.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with some of the games that don't have a battery backup or a password, after you've saved that particular name or high score, it's not going to be on.
People here at the Nintendo Power Fest, some of the most popular games, what are they? What are people asking about? What's hot?
Ninja Gaiden 2 is a good one.
Shadowgate.
Final Fantasy.
And
what is the hottest according to Nintendo Power?
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario Brothers 3. How many people have Super Mario Brothers 3 at home? Yeah? Quite a few. How many people have Super Mario Brothers 4? Ooh, that's where the parents panic and go, no, I'm not going to go to the store yet. They made me buy 2 and 3. It's all right because 3 is so big and so hot, some 77 worlds. Let's take a look at Super Mario Brothers 3, and I know Tom is anxious to show us a trick.
Raccoon suit. You also get the ability to fly in this game. If you haven't had have a chance to play it, go ahead and check it out on the Power Walk. It's a great game. It has 77 worlds altogether. You have many different worlds to go through, such as the larger worlds or the underwater worlds. And right here are the different suits you can choose from. You have the Tanuki suit, the raccoon suit, the sock, and right here is the frog suit.
Frog suit. Now this is what you get stuck in when you're in the underwater world or the negative world. And now, Tom, you got a whole bunch of tricks for us. Could you show us one, please?
Yeah, what I want to do is I'd like to know if people like to know where to get 99 one-ups.
How many of you would like to, wait a minute,
want to find this
one
out?
up? I'm not quite sure. What's a one-up?
A new character you were.
Wait a minute, what is it?
An extra life.
There you go.
Extra
Much
life,
simpler
okay.
that way.
So we're going to learn how to get extra men.
Exactly.
Got a lady in the back who'd like to know how to get a few good extra men, but we're going to find up to 99 right now thanks to that amazing man, Tom Davis, who is working himself into a tizzy frantically. Watch the big screen carefully because he's lining up what you guys call
Goombas.
Who names this stuff? Who comes up with this stuff? A raccoon suit you can fly with? Come on. Goombas, Tanuki suits. Where does all this come from?
I'll tell you, it wasn't me. It was probably just some crazy guy in Japan with a wild imagination.
Well, okay.
Well, how
Tom
many
is
guys are
lining him up
familiar
here.
with this one?
He's 23,
24.
This will tie his record.
There it is.
25 and
26.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's on a roll.
All right. Good job. Applause now. That's great.
And gosh, don't you feel much better now? Don't you feel relieved?
I do.
True now, right? Yeah. How do you feel about this Nintendo stuff? Do you play it all, ma'am?
I like the ones that are like
Adventure
Friends of the
games?
Gator, Tetris, Friends of the Gator, the ones that look like games I've seen.
Something that you could step up to and figure out right away, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. There's some weird. I mean, these kids are way ahead of us. They're not afraid of the computer age.
Mazes or anything, so it might be tough to get through it. It's just a matter of practice and knowing where the characters come out so that you're prepared. Because anything that catches you off guard in that game, that's usually what's going to do you in. You fall off a cliff or what have you. If you want to be more specific, maybe I can help you out after the show over on the Power Walk, where Tom and I will be over there and we'll answer some questions.
Excellent question. We're going to have some questions for you, in which we're going to award you some fanny packs and the limited edition Valiant number Unreleased comic book here. I got a question or two. You know, this is called the Nintendo Power Fest 1990. It was an experimental idea about going on the road across the country. I'm just curious to people here in Seattle, Washington, how many people here would like to see the 1990 Nintendo Power Fest come back again next year? Oh, where are you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. Now I have quite a few young people. Now, how many of you, again, would like to learn how to, or would like to, play games for a living? Quite a few, excellent, good. Another question, I know you're familiar with the Nintendo Power magazine and a certain specific comic strip character in Nintendo Power, all right? Now there is the Ultimate Game Master. Who can tell me who the Ultimate Game Master is? How many people can tell me? Quite a few? I want you to shout it out on the count of 3, okay? How many people know who the Ultimate Game Master is on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think the consensus there is Howard Phillips of Howard and Nestor. He's going to be a special guest coming up later this evening, and if he's here now, he's gonna kill me for this one. But I'm going to put him on the spot tonight. We're going to put him on one of our shows. Ask him some questions. The Ultimate Game Master will be here, and right now we have a tune from Steve Trickus, who's going to play a tune, and this is just for the parents here. First of all, I'm going to give away a fanny pack for the parents. This is for all the parents that have fits. We have to measure up your fanny there. So yeah, that'll fit. There you go. Congratulations. That's the left cheek fanny pack. And now we go to a question from Tim Dale.
I tell you what, do we have time for another trick? We'd love to show you guys how to get the whistle.
Oh yeah, show us a whistle.
Let's get it up on screen right here. I just want you guys to shout out what he needs to do right now.
What's he gotta do?
Squat down. Squat. Go ahead and squat down, Tom.
Squat down.
I don't know what that's gonna help you play, but okay. There
The
is.
second warp whistle in Super Mario Brothers 3. Joe, we'd give you a round of applause, but we don't have time. I'm sorry, I have to cut you short there. All right. We're going to try to stump the players. The pros have some good, tough questions. We're going to try to stump the players right now. First thing I'd like to give away, anybody could answer this, is the incredible inflatable pin. I know this seems like a small prize, ladies and gentlemen, but if you take a look at the inflatables hanging from the ceiling, that's how big these suckers get. You got to blow on them real hard. Okay, first question, Tim.
Okay, since all you guys are from Seattle, which is where Nintendo is based, I'm gonna start it off with a tough one. How many of you guys have played Metal Gear?
Metal Gear fans.
Metal Gear, okay.
Quite a few.
Me and my partner here have been looking for the rocket launcher, and we need to get in contact with Jennifer. I want to know Jennifer's number. She's got a frequency number that I'm supposed to call her at. So
02.148.
I'm calling
Sounds
that
like he
number
has
now.
all the right numbers. Is it in the right order? Listen carefully.
Oh,
we're
I must say
sorry
that was
there.
awfully close, though.
Yeah, very close. Had all the right numbers. They were in the wrong order.
Exactly.
Jennifer, let's get it right. You look like a young lady that spends a lot of time on the phone.
0.248.
0.248. One ring, I think she's getting quicker now. No, I'm sorry. There's a
Almost
double.
all the right numbers
Get it
on
real
that
close
one.
there. Stand
Real
up there.
close.
I think we have it now. I'm going to give you a clue. It starts with 79. All that work for that result. 120 point. We're so darn close here. 120 point. 98. Nope.
Last number was right.
Wrong number here. 120 point. Stand up there, yeah. 0.48. Absolutely, it's the incredible inflatable pin. We'll give you the limited edition Game Boy Valiant #1 comic book for your sister and your family there. Here we go. Woo! I'm exhausted.
I thought I heard her pick up. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's just I knew she was there. Give me one more question, guys, before we look into the future.
We'll say this a little easier. How many people played Simon's Quest?
Simon Quest fans.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, I want to know how many different endings are there to that game?
How many different endings to the game Simon's Quest? How many possible different endings are there? Okay, let's go to this young man right here. Stand up there, sir. How many different endings in Simon's Quest?
2.
No.
So
sorry. Good try. No.
Good try, though.
Let's go this right here. How many different endings in Simon's Quest?
3.
Yet
No,
still
young
higher
lady
than
there. It's
3.
higher than 3. Everybody sit down here, please. How many different endings in Simon's Quest?
5.
Oh, no.
No. Somewhere in between. Stand up there.
Take that jump.
How many different endings in Simon's Quest?
6.
No.
Oh, we're trying hard. Yes. How many different endings in Simon's Quest?
4.
Absolutely. You got yourself the Game Boy and the fanny pack. Give her a great big hand. A great job there, huh? All right. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, at Nintendo's headquarters in Redmond, Washington, they often test out some of the hot games among the gameplay counselors. Guys like Blaine, who has a lot of weight when it comes to what games are hot and what games are not. But right now, we're going to leave it up to you, the audience, of what's hot and what's not. And this is a serious test of what game is going to be working.
As you saw with my brother's finals, after the top 7 play, they will take the top 2 players with the top scores, and they have to play against each other. Now you will see me in the final contest. This is in Tampa, Florida.
Hi. All right, Nintendo once again, 8 years old. He was with us last week. He's back with us again tonight from Houston, Texas, with 1,022,000 points, Mr. Jordan Harrison. Nintendo football and computer programming is what he likes to do. I can do that. I can do all 3 of those. Not good, but I can do all 3 of those. He's 10 years old. He came to join us tonight from Salt Lake City, Utah. Weighing in, here's our top seed in this age group. Listen to this. 2,343,000. Jeff Hansen. $2 million.
Parents of our other John here in the 5, please stand. Please stay standing. Parents of David, where are you? Please stand up. Stay standing. Parents of Jaime in the 3, please stand up. Mom over there. The parents of Jordan Harrison, there he is. And the parents of Jeff, please stand up there if you would. Now just stay standing, and if you would, just raise your right hand.
All right, repeat after us if you would.
If you would. If my son, or, well, my son in this case, if my son should win a brand new car in Hollywood.
Should win a brand new car in Hollywood.
We're going to leave that sucker in the garage at least 10 years until he's old enough to drive.
And they all sat down.
Yeah, right. Okay, sit down. Give them a big hand. Those are the parents. Woo, let the games begin here, folks.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bring up the scores of 2 and 1. Score of Jordan Harrison to the left. Score of Jeff to the right. $1,000,007. Jeff, you have your choice of the 6 and 3 positions. We'll jump down to the 6, and at this time we'll ask the parents of Jeff and the parents of Jordan to please come up to stage, if you would, please. We have some close seats, so we'd like you a little closer. You bet.
You gotta give us some more game tips. He was more excited. Jeff is standing over there going, this guy can't help me. As they stood there, talked it all out, very nice people in. Congratulations to him. I hope it goes well.
Could there be any possible fatherly words of advice here for Jordan?
Hang in there, Jordan.
Hang in there, Jordan. Feeling pretty proud tonight, I bet?
Very.
We got another guy in the back ready to roll up here in the next age category. How you're a family of champs. They play a lot of Nintendo at home? Grades are okay, Dad?
Okay.
All right, make sure if you have to pull that plug every once in a while, don't be afraid to. He does. All right, let the games begin, John. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! It's begun.
Here we go, right back into Super Mario Brothers once again. Let's see Jordan against the big guy Jeff right here, and they are going to try to race through here, bank up some time on the clock, and pick up the change. 50 coins is what we need to see, just as fast as they can do it. 2 coins, down to the 4th pipe just as fast as they can. At the same time, down they go, and they'll try to pick them all up down here. They could possibly leave with 21. If they get them all 21 and 20, leaves one hanging up in the sky. Doesn't matter at this time, does not matter. And he takes his intentional hit, as does Jeff. Same time, same screens. Here we go. Jordan just about a half a second ahead as they go across the goal. Up above for the 1 coin, back around. If they stay on cadence, they can pick up 11 coins right here. 32 coins. 32 coins, they're back even. 35 takes his hit. 35 takes his hit. Right there together, they've evened up the score. Jordan has picked up that coin he left behind before. Across the goal. Here they go. Let's see who can do it right now. 36, 37. He's up to 36 now. Down the road he'll go. He'll pick up his 30s. 46 coins. 47, 48, 49. He needs one more off that top block. 45. Jeff takes a hit right there. A little too soon. He'll have to come back across the goal one more time. Up above for the 1 coin and come down for 4. Nothing can stop him. He'll average 50 coins right there. 50 coins. Big round of applause for him. Let's take them home. All right, here they go. These guys are jumping into their rad racers right now. What they'll be watching is this car go down the track at a high speed of 255 kilometers per hour. 1 time around is what they have to do. At 255, you've got to realize they are reacting to screens that are sending messages to their brains at 160 miles an hour. That's what they have to dodge as the green Volkswagens come at them.
Over to the side now. No traffic to bother him, but those tough, treacherous curves coming right around the corner. There's a bit of traffic, but he takes it very easily on the inside. Takes that last bit of traffic, slows down. Oh, there's the crash landing. Not too early, right on time. Jordan's timing is unbelievable.
Right at 3 minutes.
Jeff will follow up with that timing right there. The crash burn, tumble turn, rolling into the game of Tetris. Impeccable timing there. Both of these players timing at the precise moment needed. He's now looking at a clean screen there, Jordan. Set it up. Ready for his first Tetris of right now. Jeff over here. Builds the outside walls, establishing the parameter of that wall. Well done. Both in excellent shape. Who's going to pull off the first Tetris? Now just moments away. Jordan already having to deal with some pressure on the screen. But he's looking at a Tetris coming his way right there. Boom! Tetris pulls it up 2,700. 1,300 goes Jeff now. He's got his way into a Tetris right there. Tetris. Woo! Dropping it down. Jordan pulls off a Tetris. Now we're in battling Tetrises. Level 1, level 2. We're advancing quickly quickly now. L-shape, no help, L-shape. In the preview box, using a split preview. Here he goes. Oh, drop it down to the right. Pulling off the Tetris. Right down to working his way in the bottom part of the screen. Very comfortably. Is exactly where he's ready, and here he comes. Boom! Jeff pulls off another one. Now Jordan needs to open up his channel again. Oh, blocked it off twice. He needs to open it back up, and it's going to take 2 pieces to do so. He's back open, ready for a Tetris. He's looking at 8,000 and building more. 12,000 over here from Jeff. He takes a slight down. Wow, Jordan now pulls off a Tetris. He's back up there, 14,000, 12,000. It doesn't get any closer than this as he's building his way back up. Boom! Pulls off a Tetris now for Jeff. Back into it, battling Tetrises. 18,000, 14,000. Picking up the pace. Unbelievable. Jeff is starting to run away with things. And 115 on the clock. 26,000 now. 26,000 means won't go for a triple. No, he'll build that wall back up plenty of times. Jordan pulls off the Tetris. He's at 21,000, 26,000, now 33,000. It's anybody's game as Jordan builds back into it now. Look at the top. Precisely done. Picture perfect every time as he sets it down. He's ready. The hot players pulls off another Tetris. 30,000, 33,000. It's anybody's game. He's ready for a Tetris. Jordan takes a triple. We're at 45 seconds. Plenty of time to set back up for a Tetris. Can Jordan open his channel in time? Yes, that's the question. He does it. 51,000, sends it down, doesn't go for the triple, wisely goes for the Tetris. Jeff coming in with a Tetris now. Did Jordan pull off another one? You know he will. Advancing the score, 44,000, 62,000. Taking it home with 25 seconds on the clock, 47,000 for Jordan. Jeff coming in there. Oh, got a tough piece of the top of 20 seconds. Not a problem, man. Less than 15 seconds on the clock now. He's ready for another Tetris, drops it down, some insurance, 52,000, that's 74,000, follows it down, another one, 88,000, now Jeff runs away with a lead. Jordan, can he come from behind with just 2 seconds, and that is, boom! Yes, he dropped in. 2 million. That's a sign of good sportsmanship, and this is a big moment for both of these guys. Big trying, tough competition. You showed all the signs of a true champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the first runner-up tonight, his name is Jordan Harrison.
The guy you saw that beat me went on to win the World Finals in Los Angeles in our age group. Now I'm going to show you the prizes my brother and I won. Now here you got a power pad, an NWC semi-finalist shirt, hat, and this satellite that I won in Power Play in Miami, another power pad, another semi-finalist hat, Game Boys, and here's Trey's trophy. And here's my trophy.
Top, can he play from our man Kenny up above? Get away now on the big screen. We'll go to 1 and 4. 1 and 4. We're going to show you just. Prizes, Nintendo hardware, software, underwear, outerwear, everywhere. Congratulations, guys. We get the prizes right behind you. And to my side, I have 2 winners. Wow. Very rarely, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to competition, do we see 1 million points plus from 2 guys. It happened tonight here in Seattle, Washington, with an incredible 1,113,000. It's our top seed tonight, Josh. Josh, you got some family in the crowd? Where's your mom, dad? Somebody out there?
Over there.
Come on up there. Come on up here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason, I'm sorry. Jason and John, there we go. Come on up here. Jason and John are friends over there. 3, 2, 1, here we go! It's the final round tonight in the 1990 Nintendo World Championships. In the final rounds, could it be Justin? Could it be Josh? They're up on the big screen and they're racing at it. Here we go. Collecting 50 coins in Super Mario is what it's all about. Watch these identical screens as they come tearing out the same timing. Unbelievably close. We've never had a tie, but if anything was any closer than this, I have not yet seen it. Flashing there, but he makes it to the top as Justin inside the castle. Let's find out who builds up the most bonus points. Who's it going to be? Justin? Could it be Josh? Take a look. 28.
Down and come across and try to pick them up. They have to be very careful as they slide around those corners that they don't get into a tree and they don't get into a sign. They try to get up to a top speed of some 255 kilometers per hour. They'll try to maintain an average rate of speed of 200 kilometers per hour. They'll get down this road and the first one to 6,200 points.
Gosh, he's rolling down the road. 1,700 now, 1,800 and more. 1,900 now, 2,200 unbelievable points coming in from Justin. Look at the race we got going. Both about 255 kilometers per hour. Had a little bit of traffic problems. So it's Josh. A little nervous down the road as his car swerves back and forth, dangerously close to the side of the road at times. He's using that power slide position to his advantage now at 230, 240, 255 kilometers per hour. Whoa! Heavy traffic indeed. He deals with it. 3,300 now. Here's Justin coming in. 33 now, 34 and more. 30 is possible in the final game of Tetris. 3,800 now, 3,900 for Josh. Slightly goes to Justin at this time after that crash from Josh down below a hill, and he's on the side. Oh, trying to make a shortcut. Gonna have to fix that flat tire. He's gonna drive to the pits and fix that tire, get back in the road. 4,400, it's anybody. Power slide, Justin Elstrom. Woo! Anything can happen around now. 5,700, he deserves a big round of applause when he is. Pressure of competition could kick in, but could he pull it off in time? Yes, he opens up a lane, but it's too late. He's got a big window down below, and he's going to chip away. Josh Hill, Justin coming in now at 6,500. He has got a screen that he is chipping away on. Yes! He pulls off a Tetris. Oh, his score jumps ahead 12,000. It's a battle of Tetris Hill. Both matching scores 12,007, 12,006. It doesn't get any closer or any tighter now. Less than 40 seconds of play. 12,008 is above the 13,000. Leaning over towards Justin, but over so slightly. Now, as he comes up to that final screen, he's dropping it down for a double. Oh, yes! They're going for the short wins now. They're trying to pull off any. Jumping out, picking up in the last minutes of competition. Gary Kyle's cruising going to be unbelievably close. Woo! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, just look at those scores. It doesn't get any closer than that. No, it can. This is competition at its very best. Josh Hill, come on up here, buddy. Woo! The first winner of tonight for this family. He's got all kinds of great prizes. Woo! Josh, excellent job, buddy. Ladies, this reads the best in Seattle in the 12 to 17-year-old age category. It goes to Justin Elstrom, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Elstrom. I'd like to thank a fantastic crew and an unbelievable audience in Seattle, Washington tonight. People like Joe Ness, my man Billy, and partner John Fane.
And right up here, the main voice of all Nintendo land, this is my buddy, Mr. Terry Lee Talk.
Good night, Seattle. God bless. Bye-bye. Drive safely.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, really? At MIT?
About 3.5 years.
But I travel a lot.
Talk to me, okay? And I need you to give me.
We graduated the kids about
I've been playing 3.5 years. Okay, I'm playing Nintendo 3.5 years. You're not going to hear my question. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask you that again. How long have you been playing in order for you to get this good?
I've been playing Nintendo about 3.5 years.
Okay. And what skills do you think it takes to play the game?
Yeah.
The skills it takes is very good Tetris skills and very good hand and eye coordination.
Okay, now how many hours? You know, when you sit down to play, I mean, do you just get immersed in it and forget that you're playing?
I play about, I usually play about an hour, 2 hours at a time. And I just go, you know, probably a couple of days a week.
Where are you guys based?
And what do you love about it?
It's fun and it kind of puts me in my own world and puts me in control.
Put you in control? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I can do what I want in the game.
I travel the world and I see the
everything's doing what I want. So.
Can you describe to me the feeling when you're playing the game?
It's just fun and there's nothing really else like it.
Is it also cool?
Well, what was it like being up there?
I was very nervous and I just went for it.
So now, have your parents ever said in the past that they thought you were playing too much, or?
Yes, they don't want me to be up in my room. They want me to be out doing activities and sports and out with my friends and stuff. But I like to play Nintendo
is going to be done by my
Now, what are you going to do with the prize money that you just got today?
I am going to buy a computer. Prize money. So I need another about $200. And I can buy it.
And then what are you going to do with that computer?
Do some of my schoolwork and mostly games.
Okay, great. Okay, now, Mom.
We would never ever do that.
So, there you go. How do you feel about this?
I'm so proud of him. I told him yesterday he came on Friday and didn't have money enough to compete in the championship.
Hold on, I think I was blocking the shot. Okay. Do you need to be that far away? How do you feel today?
Just really proud of him. I really didn't put it past him. I figured he could do it. He came Friday and didn't have enough money to do the championships. And so I really encouraged him to come back yesterday and play. So Dad brought him down yesterday, and I guess he did real good, so made the finals. And
now, obviously he's going to put this money to good use and buy a computer, but how did you feel about him playing the game in the past? Were you worried that he just played it too much, or I understand it's just what all kids love to do, so I don't know, did you have any concerns about it?
Yeah, I guess I'm concerned because he's the type, he loves computers and Nintendo. He likes to kind of be reclusive, so I'm always encouraging him not to only do that, but to do other things too. But I think he's done a real good job this year balancing. He's been working on it, trying to balance it.
Okay. So what do you think of your son today?
Oh, I'm very proud of him. Very, very proud of him. We were all really excited that he won today, and couldn't be more surprised. We really didn't have any idea that he would go this far until he posted the highest score yesterday in his age group, and so today we felt he had a real good chance.
Do you play the game too?
I play a little bit, but it's harder, I feel, for an older person to start out doing it, because for one thing, you don't have the time to invest in the skills. You need to become good at it, and it's tough when you have a son that's really good at it, because he constantly beats you. You can't ever win, so it gets kind of discouraging. He takes it easy on Dad every once in a while. Let's be honest.
Okay, thank you very, very much, and good luck in Atlanta.
Thanks.
Okay. And talk to Nick. Okay. 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 So Nick, you came all the way from Colorado to play this?
Yeah.
So, sounds like your family really is behind you doing this.
Yeah.
So you must be a very gifted individual to be as young as you are and do as well as you did.
Yes.
Tell me what it felt like being up there. What did you feel inside? Were you nervous? Were you
nervous?
So, but obviously you didn't let that bother you too much.
No.
So, how often do you practice at home?
Very often.
Tell me how many hours?
A couple hours.
A couple hours a day?
Maybe 5 or 6 hours a day.
What do you love about it?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, do you like doing it more than playing anything else? Like baseball or?
No.
No? All right.
Then a few words.
Fam's phenomenal to me.
Well, he's been playing since he was 5 and a half, almost 6, and he's always had really good eye-hand coordination, and I think that's what it takes. And he has really good concentration skills. He just sits down and plays, and if he makes a mistake, he doesn't let it bother him. He just goes on. Like when he was up there, he crashed twice. He just went on, and he had some holes in his board for Tetris. Repaired it. just went on.
See, as a parent, are you worried at all that, you know, this is something a kid shouldn't do too much of?
No, I support Nintendo all the way. I am not a Nintendo hater because it makes them not afraid of computers. It makes them have very good, the coordination, the eye-hand contact coordination, the spatial relations in Tetris. It's great. I think it's been really good for him.
So now, as a family, you're
We all play Nintendo.
You do?
Yeah, she doesn't like it that much. She thinks it hogs all of our time, but we love it.
But now, was this your first time coming to one of these things?
No, we went to one in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh, so this is somewhat professional in that I mean, you were just going to play until he won? Is that?
Well, no, we decided we'd go to this one, and then when it came to Denver, go to the one in Denver. You know, and he wanted a Game Boy. That's what he wanted. He kept going, I want a Game Boy. I want to win a Game Boy, so.
And I want a U-Force.
Yeah. The Florida is like the icing on the cake.
Oh, that's great. Well, good luck. Good luck. Do you have anything to add to this as a parent? How you feel about him playing, or the family playing, or?
Well, I love Nick having the opportunity to do competition, and real heavy competition. That's something that I've always been afraid of, you know, and now he gets to do, you know, a national event in this competition and gets to stand up in front of this many people with all those guys yelling and everything. I competed. I didn't get up on stage for the finals, but I was always shaking and, you know, everything, but he seems to handle it no problem.
Really well.
So then
that's going to be great.
You're in a sense living vicariously a little bit through.
A little bit, but now I want to go to Portland. I want in. I came so close, so close. And I didn't think I'd do half that good, and I came so close. So, you know, I should practice some more and go to Portland.
Well, the family that plays together.
That's right.
What is your first name?
Michelle.
Michelle and
Chris.
See, now I'm Michelle Mombre and he's Chris Weiler.
Okay.
And they're
all right.
He's hyphenated.
Chris, and your name? Eden. How's it feel to be a winner?
Pretty good. It's actually, yeah, it was incredible. As you see, I was yelling and screaming up on stage and everything. I came down and I thought, okay, I'll try. I'll see how I do. And this guy told me it's not worth going if you aren't going to win. So I put in the extra effort and got it.
Now, do you go at everything you do with this kind of competitiveness, or?
You mean like with school and everything?
School and.
No, sadly, I should, but like with school, for a while I did not understand why we needed school, why I should have gone and all this, but then I kicked in at the end and I got okay grades. They're pretty good. B's.
So, tell me, was Nintendo or has Nintendo been your life?
Not all of it, but a lot. Like I used to play it way more than I do now, but now more quality on it.
First game you played in 1981 was Donkey Kong by
That's
Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah.
So it started a long time ago, right? Gaming. So it's been a long time, almost 10 years. I've been playing games, but for fun, I started the competition at Guilford when I won my Nintendo, and then after that I said, hey, let's see what I can get out of it. So I've got quite a bit out of it now.
Would you aspire to be a game counselor?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've made a couple of games already. I do lots. Anything that has to do with Nintendo, I'll do something for it. You know, I've run contests, I've entered contests, and I help kids like around the block. We help them with games and stuff, tell them about stuff.
Now, but this is the farthest you've gone.
Oh yeah, this is by far the best. This is way more than expectations, you know, would have ever been. This is incredible.
Now, how many hours have you, like, on an average, have you played the game?
How many hours have I put, like, in my life?
Oh. Is it countable?
You know, I used to do about 2 or 3 hours a day for about a year. But let's say, oh my God, I used to play so much. Now it's not like I get to play games over and over and like, I do get to practice, but my games take a long time because I'm pretty good at them. So I don't get to play lots of games. My games just take a long time, and I catch on quickly. So I'm lucky, I guess. I got a long time. I couldn't tell you how long I played.
What skills do you think it takes to be excellent?
Okay, you have to. First of all, you can't force yourself to like the game. You just have to naturally like the game. You have to tell yourself that you're good enough to do it. That's important. What else? I guess you have to have a brain that can see things from like all dimensions. You got to be able to see things quickly and use it to your advantage. Plunk, 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 yeah. you know, you've got to be able to take a game and like for Super Mario's, you have to look and figure out the exact fastest way to do this, the fastest way to do that, the best way to do this. That's what I did, and it came out on top.
Now, what do you think, how could you apply this to future, like a career or
well, with anything you do in life, I mean, if it makes decisions better for you or quicker, like if it makes you decide things quicker, it helps in school. It helps me in things like physics and chemistry a bit, math. It helps me think quicker and learn to manipulate ideas, stuff like that. In the future, I guess if I'm a game counselor, hey, I can help kids. But I'd like to make games. I'd really like to make some games. That's what I'd like to do. So I'll use it for that.
Great, fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
luck in
Thank
Florida.
You. All right, see you there.
Dad, you're up. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
You're
in the white okay. What is your first name?
Dieter.
You were very worried about him for a while. Tell me about that.
Lived under stress for 10 years at least. It all started with a ColecoVision game when they were very small, and then they graduated to Nintendo immediately. And I was always worried in terms of how much time was spent, because these games are so interesting. They can absorb you, they can absorb your life. And of course, like many other parents, I was worried about these kids being absorbed by these games and then failing to realize there are other things in life. And Eden seems to have come around all right in the last year. He's gotten a hold of his grades and he's made use of his full potential in terms of school and things. But I still worry for young people who can't get a perspective on these things and see how much time can be used playing Nintendo games and how much time must be used doing other things. But I'm not worried about Eden anymore. He's a young adult now, so I have to stop worrying about him. But there's Eric.
Then there's Eric. Do you play this game yourself?
No, never.
You don't?
No.
You should play Tetris.
He played art.
So, do you, but you're here, I mean, you obviously support him and
Well, it was actually a chance, it was fate. My wife took the boys down, was it yesterday or the day before? Friday, and she's working tonight, she's a nurse. And so of course, Dad has to do it, so Dad hopped in the car and here we are. And I hadn't any idea that this is going to happen. But then when Eden told me he was in the semifinals, he said, gee, I don't think I'm going to win. I said, Eden, there's no point in making the trip. You go down, you win. And it's my attitude in life. You don't do things unless you're going to do them at the very best of your ability.
So do you think that the skills that are required and the competitiveness, do you see it in a positive light now?
Oh yeah. One part of it I always have. I'm head of a science department at our local school. And so in terms of physics, chemistry, spatial perception, this is excellent stuff. Because when you're dealing with molecules and atoms, for example, you have to have this kind of skill to be able to see all sides. And I see this in these games. But like I said before, you know, there's more. And you can't be doing this 100% of the 3 hours a day was a little too much, I thought. Yeah. It was starting to worry me. But yeah, there are definitely spin-offs, hand-to-eye coordination. The spatial perception, probably the most important of all. It's, I was surprised no female players were here.
There just doesn't seem to be a lot of females that get into it as much as men do. Do you think Nintendo's taking over the world?
Nah. It's one of these things that's it's one of these things that's very exciting for people. Taking over the world, no, perhaps taking over the video world. I think it's by far the strongest contender out there in terms of developing games and the excellence of games produced. Yeah.
Okay.
That's tough competition for the others.
Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck. Truly, it was a real pleasure.
Nice chatting with you. Be there.
He teaches science.
He's a scientist.
Dad, Mr. Stam.
But Robin Mahara knows Nintendo. Tetris, Super Mario Brothers, Rad Racer, you name it, he knows it. He recently returned from the Nintendo World Championships in Universal City, California. His 13-year-old finished third. The key to success?
Hand-eye coordination and finger speed.
Yep, an eagle eye, a finger that flies, and hours of practice. He plays all the games at high speed and the most difficult levels. Games that may be a major challenge to anyone else, he's solved or mastered long ago. His Nintendo game is an old one. He's had it 5 years. It takes some banging to get it to work sometimes, but the 5 years of experience is why Robin is so good. Today, ho-hum, another milestone.
That's a record of mine now, 206 lines. I never got that high before.
Oh, really?
And here on Super Mario Brothers, Robin holds the world record. So the challenge is finding new challenges. One is this year's new Christmas present, the Power Glove.
at least 4 in a row of the same color. And then
Or a better challenge, teaching those of us who suffer from Nintendo phobia.
And that one straight down.
Whoops.
No. Twice more. Yeah. Down. No.
I get my buttons mixed.
Okay, now put that one in that thing right there. Your right hand flips it, and your left hand moves it around.
But it's key that you know which hand is your left and your right in
Yeah.
order to succeed at that.
Let's start. There. Past level 0.
All right. Level 0, a proud moment for me, until I found out that Robin passed level 0 at the age of 8.